off so the battery wouldn't waste.
Oh, okay, great. Great. That's perfect. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. So you may have noticed, for those who are in this room, and hello to those on the live stream, that things look a little bit different today. It's winter, in case you haven't noticed. And so Dan and Mark were, Dave and Mark were unfortunately, due to illness and other weather-related things, unable to be together, to come together today. So we are having an a cappella mindfulness service, which I think will be different and beautiful and a wonderful opportunity to bring some warmth into our hearts and into this space in a different way with our voices. So I really want to encourage everybody to sing as loudly as you want to. This is not a choir. This is an opportunity to chant and pray and breathe together. And as I said, bring our voices out to warm things up a little bit. So with that, let's begin. Page 99, Modani lefanecha melechai bekayam Modani lefanecha melechai vekayam Modani lefanecha melechai vekayam Modani lefanecha melechai vekayam Modani lefanecha melechai vekayam Vekayam, a little bit stronger. Modani lefanecha melechai vekayam modani lefanecha melechai vekayam modani lefanecha melechai vekayam modani lefanecha melechai vekayam modani lefanecha melechai vekayam. Just feeling the warmth and the energy created in our bodies and in this space around us through our singing, our voices. Let's sit with the resonance for a moment. So this is the first Shabbat of the month of Shvat. Rosh Chodesh Shvat was on Monday. And Shvat is the month of Tu B'Shvat, which we will celebrate in a Monday and a half. Tu B'Shvat is the holiday of trees, the New Year of trees, which certainly in this country seems to make no sense at all because the trees are not showing any signs of life. And even in the land of Israel, where it's a little bit warmer generally than it is now here, it still doesn't quite feel like spring. So in the Talmud, in Masechet Rosh Hashanah, Rabbi Elazar says in the name of Rabbi Hoshaya that we celebrate Tu B'Shvat, or we mark the New Year of the trees at this particular moment because the rainy season has passed, but it's still winter. There's still more of winter to come. So the rains have finished, which hopefully is true. There was a lot of flooding in Israel last week. The rains have come in hopefully their way of blessing, of bracha, but there's still winter. And so what that means, he says, is that the sap is now rising in the trees. This is the moment where the sap starts to rise in the trees, and so we don't see that, but soon it will become apparent. And Rabbi Dina Cowens wrote beautifully in an email to the Family Life and Learning community last week. She said, "This means that we celebrate the trees when they still look dead. We celebrate the trees when they still look dead, and we are reminded that there is growth and change we can't see. And we have faith that the blossoms will come. And this is true, she writes, for the trees and also for ourselves, whether it's literally winter or it feels like a dead time in our lives. The possibility for something arising that we can't quite see, we can't quite feel, but we have faith that it's there and it's going to bubble up and something new will blossom. So I think this is a beautiful way to think about Elohai Neshama, which is also on page 99, where we return to the idea of the purity of our souls, that even in the moments where our neshama can feel very much not alive, that if we go back and really consider that it was placed there by a divine hand, a divine spirit, we can restore our faith a little bit in the possibility for whatever deadness that we might be feeling to be kind of stripped away and reminded that there's something pure and beautiful there from which new things can arise. So before we start this chant, just take a moment to feel your feet on the floor, and maybe bring a little energy to your toes by wiggling them. And then start to draw your awareness, that energy, up your legs, feeling the bend in the knee, and your upper legs. Feel the chair underneath you. Feel that sense of support in your body surrendering into the chair, just knowing that it's holding you. And continuing to draw the attention upwards, like the sap rising in the tree. Feeling your belly, side and back body expand as you breathe in. Soften as you breathe out. See now if you can sense your heartbeat. Or just some energy and aliveness in the heart center, in the chest. Swallowing and feeling the muscles of the throat and the mouth, that passage through which our voices and song and chants will emerge. If you find you're holding any tension in your neck or shoulders, your jaw, the furrow of your brow, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, try to release those muscles very gently. And bringing the attention all the way up to the crown of the head. Wherever in your body you experience or feel your neshama, your soul, to be, let the attention rest there. Whether it's the heart or the belly or the head or even the feet, or throughout the entire body. Settling with a connection to the soul, to the gift that you were given upon birth, breath and life. Place where no matter how cold or gray or dead it is, feels something new and beautiful can always emerge. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tehorahi. 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 Noticing what is arising in this moment, what energy, what breath, what thoughts. Bringing the awareness to the experience of the soul. Turning to page 132. This is a beautiful psalm that we haven't done here in the mindfulness service, I don't think. Hodu l'Adonai ki tov. But this week's Torah portion is the beginning of the redemption. We'll see the part 2 next week. That is described in this psalm. That for every step along the way of creation, of light, of life, and then of redemption. For each thing, we pause and we say, Ki leolam chasto. God has eternal chesed, eternal love and compassion for us. So call to mind something in your own life that feels like a gift right now. Could be your health, could be a relationship, anything at all. Whatever that is, if you can bring awareness to it in your mind's eye, whether that's through an image or when you think about it, is there a color or a texture that emerges? Does something happen in your body or with your breath as you think about this gift? Feeling the grace of having been given this gift. Ki leolam chasto, God's chesed, love, compassion, grace is eternal. Doesn't always feel like God's chesed is eternal. I think this psalm is inviting us to get really close, get really small and focused on each thing that does reflect a sense of God's chesed. Sometimes it is that very small, focused, narrow view that allows us to feel that grace. I'm sitting here right now in this room full of wonderful people. Just right now, Ki leolam chasto. Hodula Adonai ki tov, ki le'olam chasto. Hodul Elohei ha-Elohim, ki le'olam chasto. Hodul Adonai ha-Adonim, ki le'olam chasto. Le'oseh niflot gdolot levado, ki le'olam chasto. Le'oseh hashamayim bitvuna, ki le'olam chasto. Le'roka ha'aretz al hamayim, ki le'olam chasto. Le'oseh orim gedolim, ki le'olam chasto. Et hashemesh lememshelet bayom, ki le'olam chasto. Deep breath. Et hayareach v'kochavim lememshelot balayla, ki le'olam chasto. Lemakeh Mitzrayim bivchoreihem, ki le'olam chasto. Vayotze Yisrael mitocham, ki le'olam chasto. Biyad chazaka ubizroa netuya, ki le'olam chasto. Ai dai 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 dai, ki le'olam chasto. Ai dai 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 ai dai 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 dai, ki le'olam chasto. Fill in your own ai dai dai. Ai dai 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 dai, ki le'olam chasto. Ai dai 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 ai dai 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 dai, ki le'olam chasto. Ai dai 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 dai, ki le'olam chasto. Ai dai 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 ai dai 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 dai, ki le'olam chasto. Ai dai 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 dai, ki le'olam chasto. Ai dai dai ai dai 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 dai, ki le'olam chasto. We move from one expression of gratitude to another as we turn to the the psalm, the Shir Shel Yom, the song for Shabbat, which is on page 134. And this psalm is a little bit, it's kind of the opposite of Hodu Ladonai Kitov. Hodu Ladonai Kitov brought us really focused on each individual thing that we can express gratitude for. Mizmor Shir L'Yom HaShabbat takes us to the big view. Day and night, let's express gratitude and faith. Just globally. Two different ways of feeling an open heart. You might, in your mind's eye, imagine yourself looking down on planet Earth from up above. Like the astronauts who see the totality of Earth, see the stars, the breadth and the vastness of space. How beautiful that looks. Just the expanse, taking in the whole vista. See if you can cultivate a sense of wonder as you sit in this position, this God's eye view. Tov lehodot l'Adonai ulzamer l'shimcha elyon. Tov lehodot l'Adonai ulzamer l'shimcha elyon. Lehagid baboker chastecha ve'emunatecha baleilot. Lehagid baboker chastecha ve'emunatcha baleilot. Tov lehodot l'Adonai ulzamer l'shimcha elyon. Tov lehodot l'Adonai ulzamer l'shimcha elyon. Lehagir baboker chastecha ve'emunatecha baleilot. Lehagid baboker chastecha ve'emunatcha baleilot. Yainai, yainai, One more time, yai die die, yai die die, yai die die, I die die, yai die die die, I die die, I die 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 die. I die, I die, I die, die. If you like, you can place one hand in the center of your chest, close to your heart. Feeling the heart, feeling the breath, feeling the vibrations of gratitude. As you sit here with your attention on your own energy, heartbeat, life, begin to shift your awareness over to your right. Maybe there's someone sitting right next to you. If you're on the live stream, maybe there's someone sitting right next to you, or maybe not. But just picture the person on your right who is closest to you. See if you can feel or acknowledge that person's energy. If you're close enough, you might feel a little bit of warmth, a little heat coming off their body. Just knowing that there is someone to the right of you immediately, or in this room, or somewhere else, who is breathing as you are breathing, who is sharing life with you. And then shift your attention over to your left-hand side. Again, it might be someone right next to you, or a few seats over, or pretty far away. But somewhere, there is someone to your left. Again, tapping into the awareness of that human, or perhaps the physical sensations of their energy, their heat, the sound of their breath. Now sending that attention forward. To whatever person or being is in front of you. And now behind you. Just knowing that whether we're all physically in this space or even just being in the world, we are all people who are sitting, living together. And this morning, everyone who's here in person or online has come together to bring all of our life and our energy and our warmth and our breath to create this space. Ashrei Yoshvei Veitecha, we are happy, we are full. Those of us who are sitting here in your home, divine home. So with the awareness of everyone who is here creating this holy home together, turn to Ashrei on page 136. Ashrei Yoshvei, Ashrei Yoshvei Veitecha, Ashrei Yoshvei Veitecha, Od Yehalelucha, Selah. Ashrei Yoshvei, Ashrei Yoshvei Veitecha, Ashrei Yoshvei Veitecha, Od Yehalelucha, Selah. Ashrei Yoshvei, Ashrei Yoshvei Veitecha, Ashrei Yoshvei Veitecha, Od Yehalelucha, Selah. I sing for you, for you. I sing for all that's holy and is true. I sing for liberation, all of God's creation, every day anew. Ashrei Yoshvei, Ashrei Yoshvei Veitecha, Ashrei Yoshvei Veitecha, Od Yehalelucha, Selah. Let's see if any new energy was stirred or generated in that chant. In a moment, we'll turn to page 155 for the Shema. And the passages that we read here are from the book of Devarim, of Deuteronomy. But actually, this week's Parsha, Parshat Bo, is the first time that we are commanded and instructed in the mitzvah of tefillin, which is also repeated here in Devarim. Right before the moment of darkness and death, the moment before redemption, Moshe says to the people, "V'haya lecha le'ot al yadecha u'lezikaron bein einecha." This should be a sign on your hand and a memory, a reminder between your eyes. L'ma'an tihiyeh Torat Hashem beficha, so that God's Torah will always be in your mouth. Ki biyad chazaka hotziacha Hashem mimitzrayim. That with a mighty hand, God took you out of Egypt. So the association of reminders on the arm and between the eyes of redemption, the possibility of redemption. This place between the eyes, tefillin are actually worn a little bit above, but this place between the eyes, if you were in meditation on Wednesday, I spoke about it then, is in many cultures understood to be the seat of wisdom, of insight, the third eye. There's something profound that can be accessed when we bring our attention or touch to this space. So as we say the Shema this morning, we cover our eyes traditionally so that we can focus, we can concentrate, really say each word with full mindfulness and attention. And today, I'm going to invite you to, as you're covering your eyes, maybe take your thumb or your finger, whatever kind of works for you, to touch that space between your eyes. Bringing a hand there, fingers. Again, noticing the energy in this particular space on your body, this particular point. It also happens that touching this space can lower a sense of stress and anxiety. So as you're holding your fingers here and closing and covering your eyes, as we say the Shema, just consider some redemption that you are hoping for in this world. Maybe it's very personal, a place of personal constriction that you're hoping to break free from. Lots of places in our world need redemption right now. Feel this zikaron bein einecha, this reminder between your eyes of the possibility for freedom, for liberation. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. As we move to stand up for the Amidah, standing in body or in spirit, make this standing very slow and intentional. Really feeling the muscles of the body, what it feels like to straighten the leg, feeling your feet on the floor, finding some balance, shifting the weight over to one side and then over to the left or the right, the other side. Front and back. And then coming to center, to stillness. Maybe returning to that image of the sap rising in the tree, feeling a new lift and energy as you're standing. The Amidah begins on page 159. We'll just sing a little bit together and then move into silence for however you want to use these moments with the words on the page or the words in your heart. Adonai Sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha Adonai Sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha Adonai שפתי תפתח ופי יגיד תהילתך אדוני שפתי תפתח ופי יגיד Tehilatecha. Really open your lips and your mouths. Adonai, sifatai tiftach, ufi yagid, tehilatecha. 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 Oh, yeah, na 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 na. I die, I die, die. I die, I die, 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 die. I die, I die, 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 die. I die, 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 die. I die, 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 die. I die, 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 die. I die, 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 die. Oh, say shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. V'yal kol Yisrael. V'yal kol yoshvei tevel. V'himru. Let's change the key. Shalom bimromav. Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel ve'imru Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thank you for being here in the cold, in this very different experience. Thank you for bringing your voices. It's wonderful to be here with you this morning.
Confusing and delightful, right?
Yeah.
So it's a wonderful place to be.
Yeah.
I would need a little place to be here. Yeah. I always think that first you need to have somebody with a voice. And then you say meditation. Right, so,